Super Mario Maker 2, we are at our second to last video. So in this one, we're actually going to complete or get really close to completing the stained glass. So we need about 500 more coins, and then we got to complete 5 levels. And there's not really too many levels left anyway. I think there's about 100 in total, but we're not going to need to complete nearly that many to finish this. So this is the Parabeetle transfer, and this was something that I actually remember a little bit more from Super Mario Bros. 3. There's a couple of levels where there's a ton of these Parabeetles, and they do the same thing where you jump on them and they go down a little bit, but then they just start raising up in the air. Now, I think the game really wants you to hop to the Parabeetles behind you, but if you just keep jumping up on one, you can actually force them to go down if you kind of just jump while they're going down and then jump off of them before they start rising up. You can actually get them to start going down like I'm doing right here, and that's helping immensely for trying to avoid the flames above me. So we only get 5 before the screen moves out of the way and that cannon no longer shoots them out, so you do got to manage these 5. But like I said before, you can shove them down into the ground if you really need to, but just try to not get all of them so high that you can't get to any. There's also these stupid Goombas that think they're bloopers. They're a little bit confused. We'll just put them out of their misery, and then we can just keep doing the Parabeetle jumping. This level only took me 1 try, I think. It's not very long. It's right at the end right here, so they really were not torturing us with that one at all. But I'm not going to risk trying to get the top of the flagpole in that one. I'm just going to get off immediately, finish the level. Let's get done with that crap, because we really don't want to die to something stupid at the end of a level. And there we go, 300 coins. That was like a 5-star, 4-star level, I think. So, again, first try, and yet the level before, which was a 1-star, I died a million times in, so I don't really know what on earth goes on there. It's just kind of what happens from player to player, I guess. This will be Boom Boom Rager, and this might have the Boom Boom boss in it. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. But anyway, there's going to be a sandstorm and a set of skulls, which are a little bit similar to those snakes we've been dealing with earlier. There's a Boom Boom. Now, we don't actually have to kill him, I don't think. You can if you want, but we don't really need to. And this level was surprisingly a little bit complicated. So if you kill one of those Boom Booms, they do drop a key, and that key will let us get down into that floor beneath us, but it's an optional thing. We don't need to do that for the level, and they will follow you. This first guy followed me from the first area, so maybe you want to kill them just so they don't follow you. But we're gonna go inside of here. Hopefully there's a mushroom in there. Yes, there is, and that guy's not going to be following us again for some strange reason. So the sandstorms are going to be more a nuisance than anything else. You may want to watch them when you're jumping over gaps, because they do hinder your progress a little bit. And I'm just going to try to get some of the coins, because I still need 1,000, so I'm still just trying to get a few of those if I can. We can use the thwomps to kill the Boom Boom if we really wanted to here, but it's really no problem to just jump on them. And again, not a whole lot given to us for doing that. So again, watch the thwomps. If there's a sand going on, just kind of wait for it. And then we can try to come up here. This level is just, in general, it's pretty complicated. There's probably a lot of places that I'm not even showing in the video that you could go to. Like beneath us, there's definitely stuff below me that I haven't even touched. But just follow the arrows, and again, try to make sure you don't miss the jumps. Gotta try to taunt this thwomp out of our way, and that we did successfully. And then we can come over here to the bigger Boom Boom, who I think is going to have a key if I could get off of this dumb vine. And actually, I'm not even sure this guy is necessary to kill either. It's a little bit strange to me to have all these guys in here, but no reason to kill him. So we do need to get a bit of a running jump to get there. Yeah, no, we didn't even need to kill that guy, so, whatever. There's the flagpole, level complete. I think that'll get me about what I need to upgrade the stained glass. And then we just have to start doing the 5 levels, which I believe we finish inside of this video. And that means the next video will be the Meowser fight, which is Cat Bowser. So they just called him Meowser, and it's actually a pretty cool finale to the single player of this game. I was kind of worried it wasn't going to go out with a bang, but they went out with a pretty big bang. So here we go, we're going to build the stained glass, and now any other coins you get are just going to pile up, except every 1,000 after you beat Meowser, every 1,000 coins you get, you can talk to Chief, and she'll build something else for you. As far as I can tell, that's probably endless, or it takes so dang long that you're probably, not gonna reasonably actually complete it. So, I don't know, that's stuff you can do afterwards. This is just the main story. Bonsai Bill Chase, or whatever the name of this was. There's going to be a heck of a lot of Bonsai Bills here, and it's going to give us a hint that a lot of them are going to be dropping down from the sky, and since it's called Chase, we don't really have a whole lot of time to deal with them. It's sort of like a speedrun level, but also not. We're going to get a little bit more time than most speedrun levels might give you, just because we need to be able to get these switches, and you're just going to need to hit them before the Bonsai Bills come and hit you. And the coins here are going to give you a pretty big hint on which directions you want to go. You're almost always going to have to hit a switch before you can continue to the next area, except right there. That one was there to troll us. And we're just going to want to make sure that we, you know, make it over here to the end. We could use those bullet bills there to jump up and hit the 50 block, or that 50 coin if we really wanted to, but I don't really want to, so I'm not gonna. And then this one, all the Bonsai Bills are just going to be coming from the ceiling, and the one's going to be sent toward us at the end as a final hurrah, but it's going to fail miserably because we're going to hit the axe, finish the level, and be a little bit relieved, because that one, your first time, is a little bit stressful, but not really too big of a deal either. And then we're going to head on out here, see that Red Toad is just hammering away. Again, we're going to be getting coins, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure if you have to complete a level to get that hammer completion up. And what I mean is, like, the grayed out levels on the list here, I don't know if you can replay one to get that up, or if you have to do a level you haven't finished before. I'm not actually sure, because if you can do a level you've already finished, you could just do it a really easy one like 4 times, but I would imagine you have to do a level that you haven't done before. So this is going to be yet another wall jumping one. We actually haven't had too many of these. I think there's only like 2. This one and another one we did a long time ago that I can really think of, but I was kind of hoping they'd be a little bit more extreme when it came to the wall jumping, but they weren't really all that extreme about it. So as I've said before in the other one, there's a huge difference between holding down the A button and just tapping the A button. So you want to keep that in mind. You don't really want to hold down the A button every time you wall jump, because it'll make you do a really long jump, and that might kill you. But just tapping it will get you where you need to go, and it'll save your life, like right here with these saw blades. So this was kind of like a Super Meat Boy style thing going on here. Not nearly as hard as Super Meat Boy, but also Super Meat Boy's controls are a bit more tight and made for over-the-top platforming. But anyway, there's going to be some bullet bills here. Just go above them if you can. You don't really have to worry about them if you are quick enough, but be careful for the Bonsai Bills, because you can't really see them when the screen's too high and you don't really know where they are, but no big deal there either. Made it to the top. And that one was actually harder than one of the other 4-star levels that we did. And if we're really good, we should be able to get up and grab the top of the flagpole. I am not really good. I am only half good, so we got 5 coins instead of 10. Doesn't really matter, though. We are now at 2 levels for completion of the stained glass. So we need, I think, 3 more, unless you need 6 and I'm miscounting. Let's see what the hammers say. Yep, we only need 3 more. And then I think I complete all of those in this video too, so that's nice. Now the next one, I don't think this one's actually too long. So these are long jumps, which up until this point I did not know we could do in these games. I thought normally long jumps were saved for the 3D Mario games, not the 2D ones. But I should also let you know this means we're going to be playing in the 3D World Mario, which did in fact have long jumps on some of the 2D side-scroller sections of it. So this level took me many tries, and it was a little bit annoying, but if you just do it over and over, you learn the level pretty well, and you just have to long jump your way to victory and try to avoid the spikes. That was my biggest issue, was accidentally jumping into spikes when you didn't need to, and that made it look pretty smooth. And easy, but there was probably like 2 game overs before that happened. So that's a really fun level. I do like it a lot, but it was also pretty tough. That one actually I think was probably worthy of a 4-star difficulty, not so much a 3-star. Anyway, 2 levels left. That was a short one. And we're just going to do on-off Koopa Troopas. Now this one, I think we probably have done this already, so I may have mentioned this, but you know, like I said, I've been doing this friggin' walkthrough over the course of 1.5 months now, so I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is where we have to hit the blocks to get the Koopa Troopas over toward the right side, and we got to make sure that we actually get the Koopa Troopa all the way over there. Okay, there we go. And the online community for this game really took this idea to heart. They love doing this. You'll find tons of levels online that do some kind of variation of this, and some of them are tons of fun, and some of them are really not, because they're pretty dang hard. So it's just, again, shows how creative people are capable of being. But for this area, you know, just hit the block and try not to get the Koopa stuck, and try to get him on top of the note block so you can get the key to move on to that next room. And this is actually a pretty lengthy level because we have to wait for the Koopa all over the place, and for this one we have to get him to drop down onto the red block, which means we have to hit the blocks twice here pretty quick, and try not to get him too far to the left because he like turned around for some reason there. So we're going to get him all the way at the end, and then get him all the way at the end of that one, and I'm still going to mess it up, but he needs to be on top of the trampoline, not inside of it. So we'll try it again, end of that block. Darn it, I almost got it. I probably could have cut this part out too, but this is just how this level goes. So we'll drop him there, there we go, and then at the end of that one, there we go, and now we should get at the trampoline. We have to hit the block one more time, and we finally finished that screen, so that was a tougher one for sure. This one is a whole lot of these treadmills, so he's going to go pretty slowly. We'll just have to hit it to get them to go the other way. And it's kind of hard to kill him here, but you also want to make sure that when he gets on top of this part that you hit the red block so he doesn't fall down and get stuck. And just make sure you turn the trampoline around so he hits the note, and then we can get to the next screen. That one wasn't nearly as bad as the last one. Here's a much larger Koopa. And this one took me a little bit to understand. I should have cut this part out, actually. In fact, you know what, I'll just leave it, whatever. What we need to do is hit the Koopa on those blocks, those brown blocks right above, or right where he's standing on right now. We need to hit him to the right, and he'll fall down those weird turning walls, and that will let us hit him ourselves to hit the blocks to the right there. And that took me a little bit to figure out, so you can see me experimenting here, just trying to see, okay, and I think I figured it out about now. You can kind of juggle a shell right here if you are good enough, but I was not. So I think by now I did figure it out. So we're going to try to get him over, and you really got to try to hit him as far on the left as you can while he's as far right as possible on that last brick. It's a little bit challenging in a way, and I'm almost wondering if I was making this more difficult on myself. I'm not really sure, but whatever it was, I think here we go, get him on top of that. Doesn't really help. And we'll just wait again, because I don't really want to wait for him to keep falling down. And there we go, that's how I figured it out. Okay, we don't actually hit him. I figured it out again. Yay, okay, that was stupid. Whatever. You guys know what I'm supposed to do there. We all saw. We got him to walk on the red brick to the point where we could drop him down. And there we go. Got the flagpole, and that'll be it for the video.